What's going on, everybody? My name is The Rose, and this is the Game Corner Pocket edition number 12. Excuse the fan in the background. I normally shut it off for these videos, but we have had temperatures nearing 80 degrees over the past few days. It is very unseasonable kind of weather for New Jersey. But yeah, we're not here to talk about the weather. I got a few little things to talk about regarding video games and the like. First off, the PS5 apps that will be revealed, available at launch, have been revealed. The first ones will be Netflix, YouTube, Spotify, Disney Plus, and Twitch. Apple TV will also be coming to the PS5 at some point, as well as other apps like WWE Network, maybe Hulu. Probably, I would imagine, Funimation, since Sony doesn't own Funimation, but like they kind of have the rights to Funimation, I guess, right now. So as of right now, and there's a picture of a controller. They are making a media remote with dedicated buttons for these apps, and you can see on the controller a Netflix button, a Spotify button, a YouTube button, and a Disney Plus button. But of course, like I said, Twitch will also be available at launch, and it seems like the apps will not have to be downloaded, as it seems they'll come pre-installed on the console, which, if that's the case, I hope you can delete them and then re-download them later if that's the case, because I don't have Disney Plus, so why would I want that on my console? Also, trying to think here, I don't use Spotify all that often, so it's nice to have it on there, but again, if I'm not going to use it, I wouldn't care to have it pre-installed on my console. Now, I know these app sizes aren't that big in terms of file size, but I don't know. If I'm not going to use them, why have them there? Apple TV I don't have, even though I have an iPhone. So maybe I'll get some use out of that at some point, sometime down the line. I'm kind of surprised that WWE Network isn't going to be one of the main apps available, because the PS3 WWE Network app is dead. The PS4 one works right now. I would have thought with the new consoles, at least that one would have also come at launch. But, oh well, it'll come eventually. Along with, like I said, ESPN, probably, Hulu, other sports apps I can't think of right now. Maybe Funimation. Maybe Sony will have their own movie app or something, where you can rent movies made by Sony. But yeah, that's that with the with that news. I told you I got minuscule stuff, not really anything major. Second, the Uncharted movie that has been in development hell for like the past 4 or 5 years or so, apparently seems to be finally getting underway, as Tom Holland has revealed pictures of the movie set, which I don't have on me, but I do have a picture of Tom Holland dressed as Nathan Drake. So we don't have a time frame for when this movie's coming out. This is being directed by the guy who did the Venom movie, so maybe it'll be good. We don't need any more video game stinkers when it comes to movies. Video game movies have had a terrible reputation over the last 20-something years, and only recently have we started getting decent to good video game adaptation movies, like Detective Pikachu, even though, well, I mean, I guess, yeah, that was a game too. We got Sonic the Hedgehog, that was pretty good for what it was. We've gotten quite a few movies recently that weren't bad. I'm hoping the Uncharted movie is going to be good. We're getting Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the movie, so I'm hoping that's at least as fun as the first one. And other video game kind of movies, we had Ready Player One. That was a good movie. In my opinion, Pixels wasn't all that bad. So, keep the trend of good video game movies going. Next year in March, we're supposed to get a Mortal Kombat movie, a reboot to the cinematic universe, I guess. Since, there was only 2 movies back in the 90s, and we all know Annihilation isn't as good as the original. But it's pretty cool. Nolan North also stopped by to check things out. The original voice of Nathan Drake. So things are looking up and up. We don't know when this movie's coming out. Probably, if I had to guess, maybe 2022. Maybe late 2021. Also, of course, the filming is being done under strict health and safety guidelines because of a certain pandemic we're living in, that we have been living in since like February. So give them some time. Hopefully this movie doesn't end up back in development hell. It looks like things are finally starting to get underway, so I'm interested in it. Games are fun. I'm interested to see how they make it into a movie, or where exactly the movie is set and whatnot. I know it's being filmed in, I think, some island in Spain. I don't remember where exactly in Spain. So I'm kind of curious to see what direction the movie goes in. Lastly here today, Nintendo announced this morning Fire Emblem, the 30th Anniversary Edition. Fire Emblem, the Shadow Dragon, and the Blade of Light, I believe it's called. And this was a game that was only previously released in Japan on the Nintendo Famicom, which is the Japanese Nintendo. The Japanese, what's the word I'm looking for here? Variant, I guess I'll use, of the Nintendo. And 30 years later, we're finally getting the game in English, the very first Fire Emblem game. It's still going to be NES quality, it's not being remade. It's not going to be a complete remake like Final Fantasy VII, nothing like that. But December 4th, it will be available digitally. You can buy it for $6 on the Nintendo eShop. You can pre-order it now and have it ready to download when it comes out. In about a month and a half, a little less than that. And there's also a collector's edition, also done by Nintendo for $50 if you're lucky enough to get your hands on one, because GameStop put the pre-order out already and it's sold out apparently really quick. Now, the limited edition comes with a replica NES cartridge, with a replica NES game box, with a translated instruction manual of the game, with a 222-page art book, as well as a world map, a foldable world map from the game, a Nintendo Power Retro mini collectible, all nestled inside a 30th Anniversary Fire Emblem box. Nintendo said it will be available at select retailers. It'll also be available the day of, on December 4th. Obviously in very limited supply. GameStop had already sold out their pre-orders, and right now GameStop is the only retailer that I've put up a pre-order for. I don't know if sites like Walmart.com and Amazon are going to do it. I've already checked earlier, and nothing. There's one thing about GameStop, man. The way they've been doing pre-orders lately is kind of crap, because they don't tell you, or at least I haven't noticed, that they tell you when they put out a collector's edition of an item. I got lucky to get the Mortal Kombat one because they restocked it, the Mortal Kombat 11 one. I got lucky to get the Tony Hawk one because I got it on Walmart. Walmart.com, and I had to get the Xbox version because PlayStation 1 was sold out everywhere else, and for whatever reason, Walmart only sold the Xbox Collector's Edition, so that kind of sucked. I missed out on the Borderlands 3 Collector's Edition on GameStop, and now I missed out on this on GameStop. You know, the GameStops near me, and I don't know, I'm sure some GameStops probably still do in-store Collector's Edition pre-orders, but the ones near me don't do it anymore. Or if they have, they haven't done it in a couple of years. So, hopefully I get my hands on one of these because it really looks nice. And to be honest, I'm not a big Fire Emblem fan. Like, I've only been part of the fan base for maybe like 6 years now. My first game, I did go back and play the first one that came in English on the Game Boy Advanced. I played one, I believe, was on the GameCube. I think that was called Path of Radiance. I've also played Fire Emblem, the Fire Emblem Warriors spin-off game, and I also played Fire Emblem Three Houses. So, I'm a fan of the series. Not as deep as a lot of other people, but wouldn't mind getting my hands on that collector's edition. Well, guys, that'll do it for this edition of the Game Corner Pocket. Game Corner Podcast, episode 50 with Casey is Raw. Currently uploading as we speak, so that'll be available probably around midnight. Of course, I did this video because Crown Tundra DLC isn't fucking out yet. Been waiting for it all day. Supposedly, it's not going to release now until midnight in the US, which is fucking stupid. Of course, midnight on the East Coast. Apparently, with this simultaneous release, it just screws everything up, and I think simultaneous release is fucking dumb. And, check out Extra Life. Information in the description box down below. I am streaming to help raise money for kids who need it. Sick kids, kids with cancer, kids who need medical treatments, kids who need therapeutic treatments, kids, a lot of, going through a lot of things. We're also raising money this year to help those kids fight back against COVID-19, making sure the children's hospitals are stocked and are able to get their hands on PPE, which is personal protective equipment. We're also helping them, get their hands on medical and cleaning supplies that will help keep the children's hospital safe and sanitary and keep it COVID-free. So, if you wouldn't mind, I would appreciate it. Even $1 goes a long way if you could. If not, sharing goes a long way as well. Well, guys, when Crown Tundra comes out, I will be streaming. So it'll probably be a late night stream for me on Twitch. So go look for that later. Go follow me on Twitter. Go follow me on Facebook, even though I don't use that all that much anymore. I still use it, just not as often. And of course, subscribe right here on YouTube. Follow me on Twitch. And I'll see you then. So until next time, my name is The Rose, and I'll catch your ass down the road.